Welcome to Kaumudy Global. Proper sex education and awareness are mandatory for school children. How to coexist in a multi-gender society in a healthy way should be the need of the hour. But even though we claim our society to be a safe haven for all, we often see gender discrimination cases springing up in schools, colleges, offices, and public places. Moral policing wherein men and women seen together will have to bear the atrocities of mentally deranged people are reported every now and then. Let me introduce you to Rani Joseph, who shares her not-so-good experience as a teacher in her alma mater. Rani Joseph recalls her time as a student at Pathanamthitta's public school. She attended this school from class 6 to 10 from 1996 to 2000. They used to play on the school's grounds, use the hallways and stairs, and converse openly with one another back then during class breaks. From classes 7 to 10, Rani has fond memories of school outings and sex education. She also remembers teachers who didn't cover themselves with an additional coat over their saris. Years later, in May 2022, when she returned to her alma mater to teach English, she saw what she describes as a world in which regressive change had taken place. All types of moral policing measures implemented in the name of protection were abounding, she claims. From separate doors and staircases for boys and girls to the ban on chatting to each other, from slut-shaming of girls who talk to the boys in the class to mandatory overcoat for female staff. The final straw for her, according to Rani, was when the principal publicly humiliated her for not wearing the coat, as it had neither been delivered on time to her nor was properly fitted. She chose to make the gender discrimination at school public, in addition to sending the manager of the school a thorough resignation letter outlining the issue. Since leaving the school, Rani has been outspoken in the media about the odd rules there. Friends of mine who attended the school with me in the past, she claims, were shocked to hear how the school had changed. The administration is currently engaging in character assassination and asserts that I'm acting out of vengeance as a former student because they believe the media has taken the matter seriously. This comes after a few PTA members visited her a few days earlier and promised to look into the situation, she says. Well, I don't have any cause for revenge and I don't dislike the school. My 3 kids are studying there. My initial assumption was that the COVID pandemic was to blame for the limits. I'm only speaking out against some injustices I see, she continues. Her public humiliation by the principal for not wearing the teacher's coat served as a catalyst for her resignation. But that is only one of the school's discriminatory restrictions against women. In my opinion, the female employees are silenced by oppression. They remain silent out of concern for their diminished financial stability and diminished familial support. Students are also verbally assaulted, and sometimes even in front of their parents, female students are openly called sluts. Teenage boys with facial hair have occasionally been made to shave each other. Even science teachers agree with this, refusing to assist students in accepting the changes to their bodies. If their hairstyle doesn't follow the school's guidelines, they are taken to barber shops. In certain cases, suspensions of students were based on allegations of link-ups. Teachers who failed to show up for their corridor duties are screamed at, according to Rani, in the case of separate corridors. It's interesting that students are not permitted to leave the classroom during breaks or play on their grounds. Their only permitted activity is using the restroom. If students are discovered outside the classroom during recess breaks, teachers question them, she claims. It's interesting to note that the court rule is thought to have been implemented as a result of a student secretly filming teachers in 2005 with a pen camera. How odd is that? The school made female teachers responsible for it and forced them to wear an overcoat. Such incidents highlight the necessity for appropriate sex education and awareness. It is considered unhealthy if a boy and girl are observed talking to each other more than once. In the name of protection, the PTA frequently supports these decisions. Rani says that her chances of finding another job are minimal because several schools use such procedures and don't tolerate so-called rebel teachers. She says, I'm completely aware of that. I do, however, stand by what I voiced about. My family, especially my husband, has been very encouraging of me. I'm also not interested in letting my children continue in this school, and I'm thinking about homeschooling options. Whatever the case, I want to do everything I can to nurture a generation that isn't afraid to act when necessary, says Rani. Many former students publicly supported Rani on social media while sharing their personal stories. The school destroyed 12 years of my life, one of the former students remarked. I was mentally tortured by this method. It's better to learn in Hitler's camp. It was real hell. Schools are known to be the second home of children. They are safe in schools. Teachers are like their parents, guiding them through right path. But when the guidance takes wrong turns and students are made submissive to all whims and practically all orders of the teachers, what becomes of the safe haven? How will the future generation turn out to be? This is Anjana signing off. Do like and share this video. For further updates, subscribe to Kaumudy Global.